the best typing tool ever. If you're ever typing someone, this is really the best. Like, it's so great. Like, you can just like click on buttons, be like, oh, they're a thinker, feeler, extrovert, or something like that. They're using DI, they're using their decider or OE, right? Shit like that, right? It's pretty cool, right? It's really the coolest thing. But just before sorry for everyone. Just before I get into it, there's some things that you might want to deal with first. First thing is gonna be whether you're gonna be able to use this to begin with at all, right? So I can show you something. So if I push it like this, it's boom, website dead. You can't use this anymore. It's just fucked over. It's just look at it. Just this is wow, this is horrible. This is horrifying, right? So if you're on mobile or some low screen lily ass thing, what you want to do, two things. One, activate desktop mode. There should be like three little things you can click on, or some goofiness like that. And then there's gonna be something called desktop mode or request desktop side or some shit like that. Click on that first. Very important. Click on that. Because then it's gonna give you this, and you might as well need to put your phone in landscape to actually be able to use this. Now, in the future, if you're watching this like a few months ahead of the line or something, I don't know how lazy I'll be, but eventually I'll get this done so where you can go to your phone and use this website perfectly functionally, right? But right now it doesn't really work all that nice. And then the other thing you're gonna notice is that there's gonna be a little annoying thing down here. Now there isn't because I'm using my ad block already here. But let me deactivate it and refresh the website just to show you. Yucky, yucky, yucky. Okay, so uh too brokey to actually buy the thing, so you can see the suffering of that. It's not really too bad. I mean, you can work with this, but there's two ways around it. One, you can go here to your wherever it is in your browser. You can go to your developer tools or whatever it's called, and then you can just select this. This is the manual way, but there's a better way to do this, and you're gonna have to do this every way if you want to do it every time if you want to do it this way. So you can delete element, and then boom, you're good to go. Fantastic. All right, so let me refresh it again. The other way is to use some ad blocker or something like an ad blocker here, like I use UOrigin ad block, where you can just select things off it and permanently delete them, or temporarily delete it. Oh, you can't actually see it. It's yeah, it doesn't really matter too much. These are just the two things that we need to get out of the way before, you know, the thing can be done. So yeah, now that we're done with those, the other thing you wanna might care about, if you're not based enough to know the MTT code, which is absolutely the best code ever, then you can do something lovely. You can go here and you see how the MTT code is activated, deactivate it, and then choose whatever code you want. You can go codeless if that's what you want to do. But you probably want some code, so let's say MBTI, right? And boom, you get the MBTI code, and now you can start typing, use that. So let's say intuitive, thinker, introvert, right? Boom, here are the intuitive thinker, right? So here's one thing. The other thing, if you do decide to go for socionics, it comes with a little perk and a little bit of a wait, something's off. Oh, yeah, no, nothing's off. All right. A little bit of a thing. So for Socionics, we went out of our way to kind of add this little thing here. And you can see how it's JIG instead of the other thing. Yeah, you're going to have to live with that forever. I don't know why it is that way. And no one I've asked can explain this to me, but this is just a permanent change if you decide to take it, unless you refresh the website, right? So that's the first thing, you know. Right, we got Socionics, we got MTI code, we got MTT, and we got the general Jungian code. So yeah, that's just pretty much everything you're gonna ever need, and a little bit more than that, right? So we got that. All right, so let's go through the lovely features and the things about the website one by one, from the most important to least important. So let me just here's the light mode. All right, sorry for everyone who doesn't like light mode. Okay, so if you want light mode, you got light mode. It looks absolutely wonderful as the default dark mode. I should probably close the thing up there, the window up there, so you don't hear this, but I'm not. Why? I don't know. So yeah, you got out of the way. So we got, if you use OPS on MTT, you might want to do the whole animals thing or F blocks thing. You can do it right down here. That's perfectly fine. And then you got the theory book. So before we had like a whole list of things that you could use to type people. Now you just have the entirety of the theory book to read here whenever you want, if you want to check up on the theory. Absolutely wonderful, right? Go read MTT. It's absolutely based, absolutely great. All right, so we close this. The other thing is, when you're typing, you may have problems, especially if you're like relatively new or something like that, or you, it doesn't matter where you are, right? Here's the database of typings verified by us to be absolutely most likely true. Okay, they're not absolutely true. We correct some of them every now and then. Some small differences turn out to be true or something like that. But If you're tapping someone, you're unsure of whether they're that type, you can just scroll through the database. You have all the lovely features you could ever ask for in a database. Like for example, let's look up by type. And at this point, you're gonna have to learn the MTT code. You can open up the theory book to do that. It's very simple in reality. I'm not gonna explain it now, not to waste any time in this video. But you can see, for example, say you type someone as an ESTP, you can look here and see our list of ESTPs to compare by. So yeah, that's absolutely wonderful. Other than that, we can activate multiple things, by the way, as long as they're not within the same place. And then you can activate the notepad, and the notepad is absolutely wonderful. So you can write whatever you want in the notepad when typing someone. Very helpful. I recommend writing your name or some pseudonym, and then you can write the person's name who you're typing, and then you can give them the type off here using just young encode. So that should be fairly simple for everyone. If you know MTT or OPS, you get a few more options in terms of what specifically you want to type them with. Absolutely wonderful. And you can even give them a profile picture, and that's highly recommended. You can upload it from your device, or you can use the web search feature to do that. And yeah, just to give you an example, let's say we want to type uh I don't know, someone like Jeff Bezos. Right, you can just look it up, and you select a Jeff Bezos picture you like, view edit select, upload, and then we should be all fine. And as you can see, and you can now submit it. So let's submit this for some reason, okay? And let's say Adele, right? You want to actually have a name here. It's gonna be very important later on, right? If you want to save this thing, okay, because this is what this is about. It's about archiving. If you want to just use the notepad for temporary, you can just do that, right? And also, this is going to be posted publicly to everyone else, so you might want to invent some of your own encrypting kind of method so no one else can read your stuff. Shouldn't be too hard. You just, like, for example, translate the letters to some other letters in a way that no one else would understand other than you. So let's say that you just you could essentially just like write something to ChatGPT. Okay, let's make that right now. Let's make that right now. I want to make it right now to show you what I could do. Okay, so I'm about to invent an encryption system. Now, this is a bit of a segue. It's not segue. It's a bit of a divergence, and I shouldn't really be doing this, but just to show you how you can, because this is going to be posted public. I'm going to show you in a minute how that means. So, I'm going to invent my own weird encryption system. So come up with with an emoji for every letter, for every English letter. Okay. All right. So here we have this. It's fantastic. Now, okay, so now I want to create an encryption system where whatever I write translates to the emoji system we just made. Okay, so we can do that. Okay, so encrypt the following system. Wait, encrypt the following sentence. It's like this. It doesn't matter what you write here. So let's say, for example, this is an encrypted message. Yeah, just we do this. Okay, this is fantastic. Okay, so I'm just gonna demonstrate to you. So we copy this, and I don't know, I'm just gonna write this here. Okay, fantastic. Now give me a second. Now I've moved on to another session. So here is my encryption system, which, and you can make this very complex if you want, or very simple like I'm doing right now, which translates every letter in English to an emoji. Okay, so I'm just gonna give it this. Okay, so now we'll go back here, and please decrypt this message. Oh wow. Oh, this is incredible. Is that even true? Did it fuck it up? You might have. What? Is that even true? It actually starts with, oh my god, this is funny. Okay, so you can't rely on ChatGPT for everything. So give me a second. Wow. Okay, so I've finally actually written it by hand. I'm not sure what happened there. Actually, let me check what happened there. Let me save this real quick. Let me check what happened. What was the mistake? Okay, so there's no obvious problem. Let's try to do it. The what does this is? Oh, Theo. Yeah, it seems like, yeah, it's, it's not doing what it's supposed to. Um I don't know. It seems like you're gonna have to write it by hand or use a better AI or something. Nope. Uh, uh, what is the alphabet system we made again? I don't know what's the problem here. Uh, is that true? T. Yeah, it seems largely true. I can't pull out any mistake from it yet. Okay. Right. This is a encrypted. We're really diverge here. An encrypted message. What? R stands for. Oh, so this means and lemon stands for. Translate, which you just okay. It really is horrible. Just this. Why is this task so difficult for it? No, it doesn't. You monkey. You monkey. Okay, so writing with it seems to be horrible, but what about decryption? So please decrypt this message. So I wrote this by hand. Uh oh no, you're gonna have to decrypt it manually. It seems. What if I made it write down like a Python program that decrypts it? Because you're gonna have to figure out your own kind of decryption system. You can always use public ones, but the public ones can be reverse engineered so easily. So I don't know. I don't know. Okay, maybe you actually want to write down your notepads in your own thing instead. Um. Oh, this is suffering. I should not have wasted this much time on this shit. Um. So the cool thing is you can submit your notes just like this. Okay. And then once they're submitted, you can go here, click on the view larger version, and you can see your data. So you can always go back and just like the other database, you can filter your own by your own name, so you can see all the typings you've done before and what your notes were. And it says cloud storage, so you can always kind of count on it for the most part. It's gonna be there and so on. So it's really great and all everything considered, you know. So yeah, you kind of get the idea. Oh yeah, the decryption part was really I'm not sure about that, but yeah, no, life stuff, man. And yeah, that's a tool, isn't it? Yeah, that's pretty much everything there is to the tool, other than the fact that you got light mode. And yeah, there's about 4 options you got here to typing people, which is pretty much everything you're gonna need. You got the letters, you got the qualities, you got the quadras, or you got the axis if you want to use that instead. There's also potential for more stuff in the future, but yeah, pretty good, pretty good. You're gonna find the link for this tool down in the description.